Hey folks, Good Bad Concert Review number 2. This is Dead and Company, Golden Gate Park, day 3, song number 2. And this one is China Cat Sunflower. And my name's Michael Sokoloff. I'm a board certified music therapist. And I'm planning on reviewing every song from every show of the 3 days. We're on day 3. And doing second song, China Cat Sunflower. Please like, share, subscribe, post, repost, and comment. Let me know what your favorite song of the show was. And I'm claiming fair use for this project in the spirit of the Grateful Dead, who would allow their audience members to record their shows and trade their shows and, give them trade music. So I'm doing fair use of this music for the review. I'm going to review every song, and this one's China Cat Sunflower. So also I'm working on my car, so that's what you're going to be seeing while hearing the music, and I'll do the review at the end. Here we go. Open the window so I can hear it a little bit. Turn up the speaker a little. Can barely hear it. Let's open it now. Day 3 was Trey Anastasia was the guest
Get sunflower powers, walking jingle in the wind. Crazy little sky down on the green.
All right. Oh, what an ending to the song. All right. Wow. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to review. I was not expecting to review 2 songs. But it makes sense though. Wait, where's yeah. So okay, so this is the Good Bad Concert Review. My name is Michael Sokoloff. I'm a board certified music therapist. I'm gonna do this kind of, well, I'll just grab the camera here. All right. So, gosh, this is a tough one. Here, I'm going to close this up. No, it's nice to have a little nature. I've been listening to some Dead stuff recently. 2 of the things I got, I ended up listening to Nodding at the Nick, which was a live concert Dead album. I think it's like 3 discs, which is really quite good. And then I got Fare Thee Well, which is a 3 CD and 2 Blu-ray set from their shows in Chicago. I think it was the 3rd day. I'll find out and let you guys know. But it was really good. And that was the one where they had, other than Jerry Garcia, they had most of the members of the Grateful Dead. I think they had Phil Lesh, they had Bobby Weir, they had Kurtzman, Bill Kurtzman, and Mickey Hart. Who am I missing? And they had Trey Anastasio. I'm not sure who they had for the keyboard player for that. Was Bruce Hornsby part of that group? That was the Dead. So I don't know who their keyboard player. You know, I hate to say it's a little bit like Spinal Tap. You know, the number of keyboard players that the Dead. It's kind of like that drummer joke in Spinal Tap with the drummers spontaneously exploding. But they've had some great keyboard players. I'm going to have to look it up, so I'm just going to look up right now. 2 things. Who was the keyboard player for Dead and Company Golden Gate Park shows? Okay. So much for high technology. The other thing I want to find out was... there was something I wanted to find out. It's not working so well. Okay, Dead and Company keyboard. Because he did a really great job in that song player. Okay. Who was the keyboard player for Dead and Company Golden Gate Park shows? Okay, well, it showed up eventually. His name is Jeff Chimenti. He's been with the band since its formation in 2015. Okay, so there's one. And then the other thing I want to know is, let's see. The other thing I want to find out is, how old is Bob Weir? How old is Bob Weir? He's 77 years old. Okay. Okay, so just the reason I was asking that is because there's a general musical, how do I put it? There's a general musical axiom, which is when musicians and singers start getting into their 70s, sometimes their voice changes. And sometimes they don't have the full voice that they had when they were younger. And there's a lot of different examples of that. I'm sure some of you know that Paul McCartney's voice has changed. So he still is an amazing performer. He does not have the vocal range that he did when he was younger. That's just, you know, I mean, technically it could be proved scientifically, but all you have to do is listen to, his live performances from, now, and then listen to them 20 years ago, and you can see the difference. I mean, I love Paul McCartney. I love his live shows. But that's a physiological fact of human beings. So Bobby Weir is 77. So he's lost quite a bit of his voice, or he cannot perform the way that he used to. My wife and I just went to see Grateful Dead, the movie, actually at Century 20 in IMAX, and boy, he was in great voice. So was Jerry too. It was great. Okay, but let me review the songs. So the two songs are the first one is Sunflower, China Cat, Sunflower. Yeah, China Cat, and I love both of these songs actually. China Cat, Sunflower, and I Know You Rider. Okay, so I will give both of the songs, since I consider them, kind of a combined song, even though they're two songs. I will give China Cat, Sunflower a 7.5. I will give I Know You Rider a 7.5. So as I was saying, the quality of the music is getting better as Dead and Company warms up. They're very much like a jazz band as far as that goes, that they require a few songs to warm up, and then they start playing better and better as the set goes along. So why do I give both songs a 7.5? Well, I think the if I was basing it just on the instrumentals alone, it probably would be an 8.5. Extraordinary, like really, really good. But I feel that Bobby Weir's vocals, since he sings the lead on China Cat Sunflower, and I think some of the lead on I Know You Rider, is not 100%, since he's not in full voice. It's not as enjoyable of an experience as it would have been if it were otherwise. But, that's just how it is. And also I would say this is, when I was listening to the Fare Thee Well CDs, I think that they do a great version of China Cat Sunflower and I Know You Rider. Like, extraordinary. So you really got to compare it to that. And I would say that if you give that one a 9, or like a 9.0, 7.5, I think, is a reasonable rating for those two songs, for both of those songs. So let me know in the comments what rating you would give the songs. And once again, I am claiming fair use on this material in the spirit of the Grateful Dead, that allowed people to record their performances and to trade songs and listen to them. And so I'm claiming fair use as part of this musical review. My name is Michael Sokoloff. I'm a board-certified music therapist, 15458, and I have a website, musictherapypros.com. So go to my website, check it out if you are interested in music therapy. And please like, share, subscribe, post, repost, and thanks for joining the ride. And I'm planning on reviewing every song from every concert from the Dead and Company Golden Gate show. So I'm glad you're along for the ride, and hope y'all have a good day.